We'd like background music.
Yeah, I saw it there last time and I was very distracted. Maybe the owl would pay attention to that. Oh, we are live.
Perfect. All right. Welcome, everybody. We shall start with roll call.
Acting Chair Heaslip.
Present.
Donna Clark. Present. Heather Dale. Present. Lauren Davidson. Present. Jane Donnelly. Present. Councilor LeGree. Tracy Stevens. Present. And Sherry Peppercorn.
Perfect. As we gather, we would like to acknowledge that we are meeting on the traditional territory of the Algonquin people. We would like to thank the Algonquin people and express our respect and support for their rich history, and we are extremely grateful for their many and continuous displays of friendship. We also thank generations of people who have taken care of this land for thousands of years. Honoring the traditional territories of the Indigenous peoples is one of the 94 calls to action in the Truth and Reconciliation Commission's report. To do this properly, we encourage everyone to learn more about the lands we call home, as we all have a role to play in reconciliation. Does anyone have any conflict of interest at this time? Perfect. All right, confirmation of minutes. Recommended action that the Renfrew Public Library Board approve the regular board meeting minutes from February 18th, 2026. Can I have a first and second, please? Donna, Heather. Any notes or any comments, questions, odes, poems? Perfect. Excellent. All in favor? Perfect. Right. Were there any business arising from the last meeting? I don't believe there was any direct business. Perfect. Board information packages. So we're going to move on to the Library Services Center correspondence.
Yes, so I didn't attach it to the meeting, but we did receive a piece of mail from BDO Canada regarding the dissolution of Library Services Center, in which we were named as a oh my gosh.
The collaborator.
Oh no, we received funding from their dissolvement.
I'm sorry, what is BDO?
I have it through one sec. It's the banking. Oh my gosh.
You say you're nodding with so much confidence, like you know what that means.
She's like, I know.
I don't.
Yeah. No, I have the letter.
Okay, thank you. I was like,
I don't like
it.
it.
And you asked the question.
Okay,
Thanks.
Thank you, Heather.
That means you're on the same page.
I have it in my pile of things to check.
I don't have a guess. I was trying to guess.
Okay.
And even
This
banking
is
is of Ontario?
That's what I was thinking.
Do you know that it does not have it written out? It says BDO Canada Limited.
Okay,
Google.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Google it
It's
is.
in its capacity as liquidator of the Library Services Center.
Banking with a human touch. There we go.
So it's a bank.
Insurance, business services, and outsourcing. The Canadian Limited Liability Partnership sounds more like insurance. Anyways,
So I do not know the acronym.
it doesn't matter.
But
They want to give us money?
Yeah,
We
we're
like
appointed, they were appointed as liquidator because we were members of the Library Services Center. We received a check in the amount of $9,814.
We really like
For
her.
additional.
Oh, okay. So BDO is the bank who's handling
Yes.
a liquidation of Library Services Center.
They want to
Yeah.
give us almost
Yeah.
$10,000.
So-
They're the best.
Yeah, so Library Services Center is technically who's giving us the money.
Yeah,
And it says it's Canadian professional service firm.
so they're
Ranking
not
fifth largest
stealing
in the
our
country.
identity. This is
No,
legitimate.
I hope not, because I did deposit the check today. So,
So if we have no
If you get a call that says like, oh, you need to transfer X number of dollars to
To
get
a
more
nice
money.
charity.
Yeah. Yeah.
it's not real. But, and the reason why it took so long was we were just,
Get
as
the
of
banking.
today, on the bank account. So
Totally.
that has been deposited and we can discuss how to use the funds moving forward.
Do you have an idea? Oh, sorry, are there limitations? Probably a better question. Was there anything saying you may only spend on this?
It's just, this is your full and final distribution. And then we'll be issued a T5 statement of investment income tax slip and filed it.
Sure.
Right.
So we get to decide, we decide that, we decide, I'm sorry.
Well, I can bring you ideas.
Yes.
And you can decide. We were thinking it would be nice to finish the signage, because that wasn't put in,
The budget.
like we were going to
Yeah.
do it, but it wasn't officially listed in the budget, and we have no capital budget this year. So the signage, and we'd also like grass. It would be nice if we had a front lawn again, since it was ripped up during the construction of the steps, and it's never been replaced.
Is that an us problem or a town problem?
It's an ask.
Our property.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, our
it's
property, thank you.
sod.
I did
It's
ask.
sod, but they did say it was indicated
Yeah.
that if we paid for the sod itself,
Parks and Rec would do it.
yeah.
I did talk to Maggie because we were having another conversation about like donations and things, and I said if we could create like a list of what are the highest priorities and then versus like things that would be nice, and
It's
then
like
that way we
really
can
have
help.
a list of.
Yeah,
Our highest priority are those leaf shops.
Yeah.
But that's not in the books for this year. So yeah, with that, and then we do have to do the makerspace, and then we still have that $10,000 request.
Mhm.
Before Kelly left, she did suggest that it be put towards the makerspace project, which would enable the flooring and like new window coverings and things. But if we decide to only go partial amount of that, partial to something else, we can do that.
Okay. So yeah, so probably create a list and then maybe kind of get a round number of like how much we have to put to, well, like, what's the total? So like, this is 10,000, what else do we have? And then we can help make the decisions of like.
Try to
where
take
things
things
go.
out.
Yeah, it's difficult to make decisions unless we have an idea and
How much it'll
yeah,
cost.
how much it costs. So,
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll put that in.
yeah.
That we will be providing us. Okay.
Cool.
Perfect, so that was exciting. Let's see that.
Absolutely. Right, so then library statistics. Said that right? Statistics. Yep,
Contact with Lisa.
always lovely when the number's bigger.
So we are doing removing the inactive memberships. It didn't happen for this set, it will be in the April numbers. So it's looking like it will be a drop between 1,500 of inactive cards,
Okay.
but then we can move forward with new memberships.
Mhm.
And I did request that we send out a reminder that your card is expired
Mhm.
before we remove them,
Absolutely.
because maybe they just haven't. They just forgot about us for 2 years.
And you don't need a card to take part in programming at this time, correct? And like, you should have one,
You
but
should.
we're
So-
not connecting those
So
right
there
now.
was the issue with book clubs, because we prefer that a library member orders interlibrary loan requests for book clubs. But to make it accessible to everyone, we did have that patron who does not
Mhm.
have a library membership and refuses to get a library membership. So they are able to request a book club copy, and it stays in-house. But
They just read it
otherwise-
here.
yeah,
Is there any
Otherwise-
reason they don't want a membership?
they cited privacy issues.
Okay.
That they could not provide that information. Now, we do have the option, say if you're experiencing homelessness, that is.
Carry on.
Is it my team?
I think so.
So if you're experiencing homelessness, we do offer that 2-card limit for anyone, if that's their problem, that they can't produce a piece of address, but
Sure.
this would have refusal to the.
Yeah.
Okay, otherwise, I think that's going well. I did explain last meeting about we no longer receive any new items from CELA, so it's whatever the small collection we already have, those are being lent out.
I'm
We're
impressed
looking,
by the volunteer hours.
Mhm.
That's massive, 72.5 hours.
so we have 2 co-op students right now.
Okay,
That's the
that's a
thing.
really big jump.
It is.
Okay.
Yeah, but
that
we
makes
have
sense.
2 volunteer co-op students every single day. Monday to Friday.
Awesome.
So, and then we also had, Jamie, so like next month it'll be reported, but we've had, the university co-op that helped for 2
Yes,
weeks.
she was great.
Yeah, she was great.
Was that last time?
Mhm. Perfect. Any
I
other?
can lock the door now that everyone's here, Tracy. I'll be one.
Perfect.
Second.
Sorry.
We're popular.
Yeah.
And even the men's side of the library is very popular.
Yeah.
For each day. It's great.
For audiobooks, that's like CDs, correct?
I believe that's what Maggie said.
Those are our books on CD.
Perfect.
And
I
we
have
will
one I
be-
need to bring in.
Oh, you were one of our patrons that still enjoy the one.
Well, I bought it forever ago
Okay.
and I read the book 3 times, so someone else shall enjoy.
Same.
It's a
I thought you
business.
meant more like you have an overdue one.
No, I do not. No, I'm good at
Um,
returning.
Yeah, otherwise stats are good.
Any questions, comments about stats?
Has it been since our last meeting, that question that we had from, the acting director from Janine? Was that since our last meeting about the stats for visits?
Yes,
So regarding the number of library visits, there was a request to clarify from council.
That was for the annual stats, right? Not
for
monthly.
3
It was our
months.
quarterly.
3 months.
our
Okay, sorry,
quarterly.
quarterly.
Yeah, so, so the response, I gave the response, and then Haley suggested that I attend for any library business moving forward.
Fair.
Which I did agree to do, if they ask us to come to, because I would like to still be involved with those quarterly reports, even if we're not integrated in. If I can also present our quarterly statistics, that would be great.
So on that note, I spoke with the CAO, and basically their plan is to actually have a like library line item on that can be added to any council meeting whenever needed. And to ensure that we are included in council whenever it needs to be discussed. So I'm waiting to hear back whenever that's gonna be, but I'll meet with Eric and Caroline as well, who's the clerk, to get that all sorted.
Perfect. Kind of like a segue into that, this just was yesterday. I did go over the council agenda meeting for tonight that's happening, and they had a line about interlibrary loan. So, yeah, I was a little confused, so I did contact the clerk and I did just request clarification about who is presenting this information. But it was basically just, they received correspondence in February. And it was from the township of Perry regarding, towns and townships, like the municipality taking action to support the not reducing the cost of interlibrary loan materials. So they had it as part of their council package, but they just wanted to make sure that interlibrary loan services continue to receive the reduced postal rates for library materials, and they were sending it to their NP. So that's where that is, but they did just say it was just received as a piece of information and it'll just be read, like no one's presenting, because I did
NP or
say.
MPP? It's provincial, right? MPP.
Yes.
MPP,
Yeah.
No, because.
Member of
rates
Parliament.
are-
Oh, okay, so it's federal.
French,
Okay.
yeah.
But I thought interlibrary loans is Ontario. No question.
Yeah, but the actual Canada Post rate.
Okay,
is
it's for federal. Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah, because I
Yes.
think other provinces also have.
Have their own
own
version.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, because the change was federal.
so I was
That makes
excited to see that they were interested in
Mhm.
library services.
Talking about
Yeah.
us.
I'm sure Jason will
Advocate.
have it.
Yeah.
Bob Pro. Perfect.
And
Great.
Peter advocates.
Yes, Peter always does. All right, library activity report.
So because of the Iowa lending queue, we haven't been lending as much. We received notice from Ontario Library Service that all libraries will be issued a one-time top-up grant of an additional 50 cents per loan for 2025. So that's nice, because we usually just get the one, I think it's about $900. So we'll be getting an additional sum to cover our postage for the year.
Lovely.
Our interviews were supposed to start today. Someone is scheduled, they start tomorrow.
Okay.
So that's exciting. And then I did meet with town HR regarding the maternity leave, and that will be posted next Monday. And we have a timeline of posting for 2 weeks, and then interview process of 3 weeks, and then that allows them 2 to 3 weeks for notice.
Okay.
And then they'll start, and then Madeline's will be posted at the end of April. That was the decision. We decided not to hire for both at the same time.
Okay.
We decided to do 2 separate postings because it's 2 separate set of skills that we're
Positions,
looking for. Yeah,
Perfect.
even though they're both coordinators.
Mhm.
Our new volunteer for the garden is amazing, and they're very knowledgeable.
Yeah,
So they've
great.
sent a list of seeds. We've purchased them and we're using the last of the new prizes funding. And we still just have to get a shovel, and then we are done with the grant. And they're going to be starting the seeds in this section because it gets nice sunlight. Yeah, so we're excited for that. So the funders forum, excuse me. On March 12th, there was a bunch of presenters from different funding opportunities in the county, including the Ontario government and other, like, there's a bunch, like, there was Service Ontario, there was a list of them. And I spoke with the representative for the Rural Ontario Development Program because we're looking for a water fountain. That was also on the list that I was preparing for Haley. We would like a bottle filling station just outside the Connection Center, the Community Program Center. So that kids don't have to come upstairs. They can just run up the ramp and get water. And then people attending programs in this center can use that as well. So fingers crossed for that. And then I'm also looking for the East Truss. With the East Truss, it's the heritage aspect of the building, so I have to find a heritage architect. I attended the Horton Winter Carnival for Paper Bag Princess Day on behalf of the library because it was my Saturday. And I talked to a lot of people. That was great. Almost everyone I talked to, I asked, do they have a library card? And all the kids did, so
Good.
that's fantastic. It was a great event. I don't know if you went. Did you go, Tracy?
No, I
Yeah.
didn't go, but I did see all of the posts and I've talked to so many people.
Yeah.
I said it was a roaring success.
Good.
Great. And then, yeah, I had a one-on-one meeting with OLS regarding acting CEO. And then I'm going through the training kit, although most of it I already know. But there's a bunch of insight into the Public Libraries Act. And they have a checklist of exactly what you should do when you're acting. So we're officially signatories on the bank account. I am just waiting for the access card. And that was at the bottom, was the Library Service Center regarding BDO.
Okay.
Then the rest, I think most programs are still being well attended. We are looking for. There was one, I noticed we didn't have it. So Pages and Pass isn't continuing this spring, though we might reintroduce it in the summer.
Okay.
And the learning to code, it's something we really want to push, especially since we have that team, Nora, our team volunteer, running it.
And she has done well.
She
with
is
it herself.
Yeah,
Yeah, but like she has won competitions herself.
Yes.
Yeah,
she's won 3 competitions so far.
I didn't realize it was straight up.
Yeah. So we have hoping to promote that, but it's hard because I find it's in towards themes, but it's hard to get them at that age to sit and learn from another teenager. But I don't know. I don't know. I'm not sure. Like, I don't know if it'd be best to just push it to the schools like, do you have access to coding programs after school?
I'm not allowed to teach math, so I don't know.
Okay,
That sounds really negative of me, but French teachers aren't allowed to teach math. So it's through our math program, they do coding,
okay,
Interesting.
and there's tech people that kind of, there's not like French teachers. And so.
More
French
the
teachers
interesting
always-
that math and coding.
Oh, because coding is in the math curriculum.
Interesting.
okay. So
And
I just,
so
I
we
don't
have
know
like
if we should
blue
push it
box.
to elementary, or if we should push it to teens, because it is.
When I was
most of it.
teaching cybersecurity, the people who were the most interested is like that middle school range.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Teenagers,
Our
it's like
code is
the
super big
cool,
and
and little
awesome.
kids have no idea what a file is.
Yeah.
So,
Okay,
So
like,
honestly,
don't know how to use
grade,
mouse.
okay,
I
we need to
mean,
work
how
on
do you
this.
use mouse, like-
Yeah,
I would say a grade 3 to grade 6, maybe
Yeah.
grade 7
Okay, yeah,
is your key demographics.
so like 8 to 12,
another group
Yeah,
would be
yeah.
like Girl Guides.
okay,
And
That could be
so,
a good one, like,
and is there a Renfrew chapter?
we have a Renfrew chapter for Sparks and Brownies, or sorry, Embers, is what they're called now. So that would be ages 5 to 9.
which
and
is again
then-
around the same.
Yeah,
number.
Arm Prior has the other units right now.
Or just the
Um,
scouts.
Apparently there is a scout unit, but they are very particular of what they do and their specific activities. But I don't have a relationship with
Yeah.
that scout unit, so I don't really
What
know.
about homeschooling?
Mhm.
Your homeschool clients, would they be interested in it?
So I think it's more because Nora's doing it and Nora's a student.
Okay, and so
She
she
can
wouldn't be
only do
here
it,
at the same-
yeah, on the, in homeschooler house the Friday morning.
Yeah.
But we can figure it out, but we did renew for the year, and then if we don't receive any new participants this year or registrations, I don't
Mhm.
think we're gonna renew next year.
I
And
can
is
talk
there
to
a
our math
cost?
teachers at school and see if they would be interested in trying to do some sort of collaboration. How old is Nora? So,
Nora is 14.
so she would be done school earlier. I wonder if she would come and hang out or like just to introduce herself to the school. Like we have that last block that she would be done. And maybe if they met her and saw like the things that she has.
Yeah, like a
with
robot.
this, yeah. I wonder if she could get more people to come hang out during the club. I don't know. I can ask our math teachers to see if
Yeah.
that's something they're interested in.
Okay,
And is there a fee to participate in that? So it's a complimentary?
Yeah.
Okay.
all of our programs are.
Yeah.
Are free. Okay, perfect. So yes, those are the two that we're looking at just for, because there's 0 to 1 participant level. National Canadian Film Day is coming up. And it's Men with Brooms. I don't know if anyone's gonna come.
It's a
out.
great movie. It's
It's
not
a-
Anna Pring Gables, but it's a great movie.
It is a great movie. And.
Thursday Murder Club is awesome. I
Yes.
recommend.
Call of the
activity.
Loon is also going well, right, Donna?
Yes.
Yeah,
Nice.
It is good. I actually love listening. Well, I took part in the first one, but then I am enjoying it.
What page are you on right now of this?
Sorry, I skipped you to the adult.
Sorry.
program.
Kind of in
Yeah.
the middle, no, second, third last page.
Page 6-ish.
So that's adult programs and then the meeting collections. We did introduce the Toronto Zoo House. So hopefully that will be,
I think
Well,
that will
you-
go over very well.
Mhm.
yeah, I hope so. And I think that's it for stats unless there's any questions.
I loved the freedom of, freedom to read pictures.
So neat.
Yeah. The pictures
She
that.
was taking it very seriously.
Yeah. Perfect. Any questions, comments about the activity report?
Should we be inviting the curling club maybe to the movies?
So that's happening.
Okay, perfect.
They're actually going to receive part of the fundraising.
Oh, I didn't realize that. That's cool.
Like Madeline's still organizing exactly the terms
Mhm.
with the O'Brien Theater, but they will be receiving a portion of any donations.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. Any other questions, comments? Perfect. All right, so moving on to treasurer's report financial statements. So the recommended action is that the Renfrew Public Library Board accept the February 2026 financial statements as presented. Can I get a first and a second? Perfect, Jane, Heather. All right.
So the statement isn't up to date. They hadn't received the transfer that Kelly had done in early February. It was something Haley and I dealt with in the correspondence with FEMA. They weren't sure why it didn't go through. It's gone through now. I asked if the treasury could backdate it so that it could reflect that we did receive it in February, but they said no, they couldn't. Like they couldn't put that the money had arrived when it only arrived last week.
So it was transferred from.
It was a transfer of funds from the library account, including our clock. So Kelly had done it all before she left and
Right.
sent the list, like the transfer has happened, here's the list of where to put it, but it just didn't go through. But it is there now and it'll be reflected on next month's statement. So that's why it says 0 and. Yeah.
Any questions from anyone? Don't all jump at once.
I like that we can see percentages already when it's in
Yes.
March. Sometimes that isn't until June.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Has anyone booked this space like fee wise?
To pay?
Yes,
No,
not yet.
not yet. Not yet.
Okay,
Well, we had that birthday party, but they're just getting back to me.
fair enough.
And related to the space, we are installing an alarm system at the store. It's cost about $900 to have a separate access point, like an entry point, so they can come in and out using the alarm system here, and it won't interfere with the library alarm.
Okay.
Correct.
And we don't have a smoke alarm in the center, so
Interesting.
that is
Not
part
needed.
of the security system. So they will both be installed, hopefully by next month.
Wasn't it? Who was using the space before?
Video could be.
So many questions there, okay.
Just in case something happens and there's no smoke.
All right, cool. And then one other thing I had brought up to Maggie as well, so just looking at, so I did my fundraiser in February, raised $280 some odd, which is great. But one of the things I asked about was moving the donation button onto our header or somewhere more forward on our website. Because right now you kind of have to dig before you can find anywhere to make the donation. So I really would like that to be more prominent. Because obviously, like, just based on the conversations with council, them saying like, you need to look for other revenue sources to help offset things, I think really pushing donations, because that's basically what they were saying is like, how can we help get people who can afford to pay for things? Okay, well, asking for donations for those people
That being
is
said, I feel like we have a lot of requests, more than I
absolutely.
would have expected.
Yeah, well.
Why? Which I'm grateful for, but like, but no, but that, again, that donation, like, I would never think to donate to a library because
Yeah,
it isn't forefront in my mind, like Cancer Society, hospital, like those are your go-tos.
yeah,
We seem to be very fortunate.
Yes,
that I find the community
Okay.
is,
Appreciative. Not the right word.
not just appreciative, but they are, I don't wanna say cultured, but they appreciate libraries and information services. So the person who donated, they were a big library
Okay,
user.
fair.
So I feel like if you are already have that relationship with us,
It's already
you-
there.
yeah, we're in your mind,
Yeah,
maybe.
like I'm
when-
thinking the book tree. Mary?
Yes, Marianne.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like that was beautiful and wonderful.
Yeah.
But
Book
again-
tree is another thing we could fix with the money. The bottom, cement.
oh, the
Yeah.
pad itself.
Yeah, and the tree is rotted.
No.
I know, but the good thing is the squirrel's good,
It's
so we can just let the
removable.
squirrel.
Yeah.
And find a new one.
Put new tree, yeah. I know lots of places we can get those.
But yeah, I think it is more people, the people that love the library
Mhm. Think of it,
support the library.
yeah, but maybe with the donation button more
Yeah.
prominent.
Cause it's just as simple as like, you just throw a little in the header, donate now, and then,
Yeah, well, even
cause you're not
like
just like.
January,
giving
February,
money.
like help with your income tax.
Yeah.
Like, this would be a great place to donate to
Yes.
maximize your tax deductions.
Yeah, and even like the Giving Tuesdays
Yeah.
and a lot of people at Christmas time look for ways to give back to the community and
Yeah.
things like that, and
We
so
get
I
a lot of
think.
donations to the food bank
Mhm.
instead of gifts, which is awesome for us.
Yes.
Yeah.
So obviously not detracting from other
Yeah.
very important
But if
charities.
it's easy.
But if you're looking for an extra place to donate even $10, like every
$10
penny
adds up.
counts, yeah.
I
So-
find it difficult too, because you don't want to ask people to donate to our salaries.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that is the majority of our budget.
Yeah.
So we have to specifically say, this is what your
What?
donations are used for, this is what we're looking to do at the library.
Yeah.
And make it
And-
obvious it's
yeah.
not salaries.
Yes,
Yeah.
like each troughs.
Yeah, we are
Yeah.
working towards
Crumbling exterior,
building updates or a new book tree.
yeah.
Is that something that's easy to fix or sorry, update on the website? Like if we have the button
Oh, I can do
comment.
Yeah.
That when we have a goal with the button and then once that goal has been achieved, we can change the new goal.
Yeah.
That's an easy, I don't know how to do.
I think just having the donate now button at the top on the homepage, but keeping the donation page, and that's that
Mhm.
page, updating that with like upcoming projects that we're looking
Yeah.
for. That way it's instead of having to every time something's done, going
main
and
page,
updating
yeah.
it, we can just say like, here's our running list of like
Yeah.
where your donations are going. Yeah, I like that.
I can definitely do that.
Yeah, because then it's just easy,
Yeah.
throw a button up there and then forget it, set it,
And then
forget
go
it,
to
and
a
then
link.
worry about
Yeah. Show
Yeah.
page.
Perfect. Any questions, comments about finances before we move on? Perfect. Can I get an all in favor for that?
Great.
Perfect. All right, committee reports. So we have now created the hiring committee, I guess would be the best name for it. So we did meet last week, 2 weeks ago, I can't remember.
A month
It was
ago?
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago, thank you.
It was before March break, so
Yeah.
it feels like a month ago.
Perfect. So we started going over the job descriptions from other libraries and doing some research. Also since then, which I've also updated the committee on, is that I have a meeting with the county to help with the hiring process because they're supporting the town in their hiring process as well. So will be more updates, but we are meeting again this Friday to start really hunkering down on that job description. So that's that for committee updates. I don't think we have any other committees, right? Yeah. Perfect. All right, presentations and reports, annual report.
Okay. So the annual report currently was the annual statistics. I have the year in review, I'm just working on the graphics so it looks nicer. Cause I find as much as I like our annual report, I find it was spread out over a lot of pages and really,
I like one page.
I like
Yeah.
a one page, even if I did a longer, like to 8.5 by 14, I can do it and then put more information in. Cause I don't have anything about expenses on there.
Yes.
So
Yeah,
that's what
something
I
we
will
talked
be
about.
adding when I make it a bit bigger.
Yes.
But yeah, but that's just the general, I didn't attach it because it wasn't complete to my high quality standards.
It reminds me of the ones I've been seeing online of like the bulletin boards versions that people have been
Yeah.
doing, so.
Oh,
I
I
like
love that. There was
Yes.
one, I don't know if you saw it, said spilling the tea about your library in
Oh, yes.
2025. And then they had all their stats like represented visually on a bulletin board with like money signs and anyway, it was pretty cool. That would be nice to have, like we don't really do bulletin board displays anymore, we
Mhm.
just have our posting board, but that would be cool.
Add it to the list.
Yeah. So were there any questions about the annual stats?
No.
So when it says December number, obviously that was just the last number of the year, so that's the one I wrote with. And then the active patrons will be updated.
Perfect. All right, moving on to strategic plan. Okay, there's no recommended actions there.
It's already, like, we adopted.
voted it,
so
yeah.
it's done. If there's any edits you'd like me to make before it's made public and put on our website, just let me know. Everything's the same. I did change it from that yellow to white, but if you prefer it back yellow, just let me know.
That looks good.
And Haley, I merged. I think.
What did you?
The coloring.
It had like a yellow.
I find that this, especially the smaller script, it's hard to read.
Okay. That's, I
Against
can
the-
make it bigger.
I personally, I find it-
With the white on
Does
the
it need
green.
to be bigger or is it the color?
it's the
Jen?
color, I think, then.
So would you prefer like the dark green outline and then?
Yeah, we
like,
could just
dark
make it
font?
a box, kind of like
Yeah.
this,
Yeah.
and do the same.
Be easy.
Maybe
Yeah,
even
it-
just
it is hard to
switching
read.
those.
Okay.
We
so
could switch these.
It's
Should
on,
make this a
on this
dark box
page,
with
it's
the gold.
okay, but here it's.
Yeah.
it's definitely.
Yeah,
easy.
so my recommendation would be to just switch these so that this would be
Yeah,
a
that-
dark box
that'd
with
be
a
good.
bold
Yeah,
title,
yeah. I
and
think
then
that's a better idea.
just the outline, so.
Were the images okay? I
Yes.
did try to find
They were good.
the front view with the new, that didn't look, I think it was the day that I was taking the picture, because I didn't want to use the filter, but I'm like, it's a little dark, but.
No, it's good.
This building looks pretty good.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, so I wanted to have the connection center there. I do want to remove the, that whiteboard with the 161.
Oh, yeah.
Just the black, sticky parts on it. That would be good.
Is it just like something stuck to it?
It's
Velcro
because they
type
used to
strips?
have their Velcro for the P flag.
Got it.
Sign.
Got it.
And that was vandalized, so
Yes.
I brought it down to clean, and then I was just gonna buy a new one, because of the full painted model.
Fair enough.
But is everyone, other than that, the changing the dark, color with light font to change it to white with dark font and a larger size? Any other issues? So are you comfortable if I put it on the
Does it even need to
website?
be larger if you're gonna reverse the?
No, if you.
I think if you
Yeah,
just reverse the
the size
text
is
color,
probably fine, yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, Jane.
yeah, cause like this is the same size font as that other.
This with the concept,
Mhm.
but the green on the left.
And then would you all be comfortable, say at our next meeting, getting a new board photo?
As long as
Yes,
it's.
we just need to pick the
When, yeah,
alternate, yeah, which will be a whole.
because I don't have a
Perfect.
photo of the current board,
That's
and I
fine.
think it would be nice, because when we do, but when we
I'm
do.
just teasing, I'm
when
just
we do the
teasing.
post, it'd be nice
Yeah.
to say from our library board, here is our strategic plan.
Yeah. All right, any other questions, comments about the strat plan? We're done.
Well done.
Only a
Yeah,
year
no,
later, but
But
it's a great plan.
Big project.
Yeah. Perfect. All right, so we'll move on, policy review and updates. So the recommended action is that the Renfrew Public Library Board accept the revised OP-2 Safety, Security, and Emergency Policy as presented.
So, oh, can I get a? No,
Motion.
Thank you, Tracy. We had to close for the weather. And I realized it wasn't actually in the policy. Whose responsibility it is to decide that, because I was asked by HR about why we paid employees for the day. And we didn't have that written in our policy. The town's policy says if you're told not to come to work, you are paid for your regular hours that you're scheduled to work.
Okay.
So that's why I thought it'd be good just to have it in there. And I was hoping for our next meeting to make a policy regarding, we adopt the town's HR policies, but just adapt them to the library, for the library board being
The employer.
the employer.
Yep.
And then it would just, yeah, like, I just don't wanna have to rewrite all their policies into ours. Instead, we would just make the HR policy that we adapt their policies concerning HR related issues, because we go by them anyway, because they pay us, so.
Yeah.
Everything that they do, we do. The only issue is our union contracts are separate.
Mhm.
And that's something I revisited today, because I asked about. I wasn't sure if the other Pt.1 actually had Easter Monday off. Because we negotiated that, so that the library, because the 1 year we were not closed Easter Monday, we had forfeited it for National Day for Truth and Reconciliation. But then it was in the new contract, it was brought back. Anyway, so I just wanted to have that in the policy manual, that our HR policies reflect the town of Renfrew with the Renfrew Public Library Board as the. At the next meeting.
Okay.
That makes sense, but what can happen is I'll just bring the policy to you and you can let me know.
Okay.
How you'd like it worded.
Yeah, so whenever you have the draft, I would send that sooner than later, and then that way at the meeting, we can have a proper formal discussion. Yeah. Any questions, comments on the current policy in front of us?
So the sections A to D that are in red or 3, are those suggestions or is that the current policy?
That's the.
So that is the update that is taken from the town's HR policy.
Okay,
Their unionized policy.
okay.
So that's what the town does and.
Yep.
Okay,
Because what happened was they didn't close the date that we decided to close, but
They closed Mattaway though.
yeah.
They
But
close
people still
certain
work.
parts of Matter.
There are still people working, yeah. Yep,
Okay.
Okay.
can I get an all in favor then? Perfect. Nailed it. All right, board members advocacy and activities report. So I met with the Rotary Club to discuss one of my crazy ideas. And they just unfortunately weren't able to support my grand idea, which is fine and totally understandable. So I was brainstorming some other ideas. And so my current plan, and I've already moved forward with it, is we're doing a jail and bail. And so I have prominent members in the community who have, I asked them before I started promoting it, who have agreed to be locked up. And their bail is set at $300, and they have from 10 a.m. until 1 p.m. to raise said $300 in order to be released,
Where
metaphorically.
are you?
It is being hosted in the program room right across here in the library.
Yeah, I was gonna say, where are you getting bars from?
Oh, I got plans.
Wasn't there one at town hall before the renovation?
actual-
Yeah, there was an actual jail cell over there.
Yeah.
That would
Are you putting them on?
Missed opportunity. Next
I was
time.
gonna say, they helped.
But I have a meeting tomorrow, I believe, I'm waiting for confirmation, tomorrow afternoon with Casey Egan from MyFM
Cool.
to talk about it. He is one of our lockups. He's the only one I will say right now publicly. And he might be broadcasting from prison. So it would be a really great promotional opportunity for the library. I've also made sure that in my posts and in emails that I've been sending to people to make sure it's clear that it is me personally raising this money, because it had already been confusing. The mayor thought it was the library running this fundraiser, so he emailed Maggie. So Maggie responded and sent him to me, but that's been taken care of. So hopefully he
So I
will.
saw your posts already and you have one negative feedback.
Yes.
I feel like you responded very well and clearly, and other people supported you and how you responded.
Yes. I will say that person does not live in Renfrew and never has.
Okay. So
Their
there's-
account was created in September.
Okay.
So the likelihood of it being I don't want to say like they mean it, but
Yeah.
like might be more of a poking the bear situation, in my personal opinion.
They flagged if
They're
this
just
comes
trying
up,
to like,
yeah.
hey, let's bring this up, but basically they just said that this type of fundraiser is poking fun at the justice system and is basically making a joke about people who are suffering through the justice system. And so
Okay, I never went there either, and I made the same face when I saw it. I was like, well,
yeah, so basically I responded and just said like, I never saw it that way. Thank you for bringing it to my attention. I'm
You're-
always open to more ideas. If you have other fundraising ideas that are different, feel free. We will be moving forward, but thank you for your comment. Some other people have responded not so nicely to that person, but also to the
and they
same
are
point.
local. They are local.
They are local.
Yeah.
I know,
Yeah.
yeah, so, but it is what it is, and I posted on like every what's up run through
Mhm.
Facebook group, so you know, you're gonna get comments anyway, it's not the end of
I
the
wonder
world,
if this
so.
person has like an alert set up for if they see jail and bail. I remember
Yeah.
when I ran a Terry Fox run, someone had responded, like, you shouldn't call it a run because that's not inclusive.
Yeah.
It could be a walk, it could be a roll. I was like,
Yeah.
okay, I never thought.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's the thing, like,
Changing the
everyone has their own opinions and that's fine, and if
And it's
you're,
very difficult to please everybody.
yeah, exactly, yeah, and it's just a fun activity.
name. Yeah.
Has
Yeah,
nothing to
make
do
it
with the
fun.
actual justice system. If it was raising money for something related to that, maybe
could
that'd be a
understand,
whole
yeah.
other, but this is just a fun activity, so.
Okay.
They'll be in the
locked up for 3
program room,
hours.
they'll be locked up, they have access to their devices to raise said money. Also people can come in and physically donate as well, so,
Do
yeah.
they get fed bread and water?
Oatmeal.
Okay.
They get gruel. Yeah, I'll get the, what's it called, slop from Big Brother. Anyway, so that's my current, and I think that will bring me up to my personal goal for the year, so
Amazing.
we should be good there.
And
Yeah.
what happens if they don't raise said $300? They're locked.
They're stuck in the program room
Until
forever.
Monday.
They're there until they raise the money.
Have been forewarned, hello?
Yeah, perfect. But yeah, so that's for the
exciting.
advocacy. But if you ever think of a fundraising idea and if you don't necessarily want to execute it, I'm happy to.
Now, why program room? I'm
Um,
just thinking these beautiful windows.
so the reason I picked that space was more just like, it's more secluded in the sense it feels more
Okay.
prison-y, because I'm
You
gonna
can
use
look
the
down at the
door.
windows, okay.
Yeah, I have
You
a vision.
Okay.
Also, I just find like this space is more like outside of the library.
Fair enough, okay.
Cause
That's
originally I
more
was like,
motivating.
oh, I'll use the study room upstairs, but actually people have it booked, so.
Oh, good to know.
Which is great.
Mhm. Yeah, good like that.
I just saw the program room was open, so I was like,
Yeah.
I'll use that one. So yeah, and before it's renovated,
Yes, yeah.
excellent. All right, but like I said, if you ever have ideas of a fundraiser and you're like, this would be really cool, but I have no idea how to execute it, I'm happy to help and even take over if you're like, I don't want to do it, but here's an idea. Perfect. All right.
Can I say it's not necessarily advocacy, but I did mention to Tracy and Haley, and I think Donna was here at that time. We're hosting a showing of The Librarians. I don't know if anyone's heard of that film.
No.
It's about book banning in the US.
Okay.
So we have purchased a copy to be able to lend out, but we're also gonna host a showing for local area librarians, library workers, and board members. If anyone wants to attend.
Is there a
Is it?
date?
So what's happening is we are not gonna be able to get everyone here at the same date.
Okay.
So I assumed if we wanted to watch it together, we could with our staff. And then I could advertise to other libraries, come on this date and you can watch it then on the screen.
Cool.
Yeah, but I'll send the details as soon as the date's set and hopefully everyone can make it. And yes, the librarians.
Beautiful. Perfect. All right. Any comments, questions about advocacy or anything? All right, new business. Do we have any new business that we need to discuss? Great. All right, so we're going to be entering a closed session. So the recommended action. Let me make sure I can read this. The Renfrew Public Library convene in closed session with authorized staff remaining in the room pursuant to the following section of the Renfrew Public Library, no, not the Renfrew, the Public Libraries Act, RSO 1990 CP.44, 16.1, Section 4C, personal matters about identifiable individuals, and 16.1, Section 4D, labor relations or employee negotiations. Can I get a first and a second, please? Donna? One. Perfect. Perfect.
I'm gonna go offline and then I will be going upstairs.
Okay.
If you don't mind, just come together.
Maybe you can bring a poster up.
Yeah. Well, I can hang mine.
Oh, I have printed 15
Oh.
copies.
Perfect. That's done.